Some morning view. It was quite chilly last night, but we were warm. So there's a quick tent tour. So I have a double cushion chair here, a side table with fans and charging stuff, lights, plug stuff. I did store quite a few items underneath the chair and beside it. A bag of books to read. We'll see if I get to read any. We slept on cots. They're low. Cots like these. And then this came from my other cots. If you've watched my previous videos, you know my cots I have at home are like really big. So I just took the cushion off because it's just this mat. And then sleeping bag. And then this is a wool blanket that my husband picked up. I forgot what country he picked it up when he was in service. But and then our camping pillows. We like these because they have the flannel. Oh, here's the brand name of the cot. Cascade Mountain Tech. They're from Costco. We borrowed these from our friend. And then we have our sleeping bags. We use packing cubes for our clothes. And then laundry bags. That's for the shower house nighttime potty. The light we kept on, walkie-talkies. Well, this is it. I really like this setup. I love having a chair in the tent, especially at night. It just helps. I didn't bring that much. This is the bulk of what I brought, really, to be honest. And I'll show you our kitchen setup. Open the windows to get some light. It's a little peek in the tent for those who have not seen this tent before. It's a canvas bell tent from White Duck. I've had it for, oh boy, a long time. Maybe 4 or 5 years. I don't know. I think 4.5 years, around that time. I had it for a really long time. So let's go outside and look at my kitchen setup. I brought this big light from Costco. It's really bright. It helps out a lot. This is our toy bin. He's doing a puzzle. And these just covers the chairs and tables. I got this from Walmart maybe 2 or 3 years ago. And I typically use it at home, at our home picnic table in the backyard, but I brought it out for this one, so that's really nice. The campsites are super close, as you can see. This would be really great if you had friends camping right beside each other, because somebody can camp there. Really great group campsite. Again, like I said in my last vlog, my only downside to this campground is that it is really hard. And look, trash can. I didn't bring a table because I have this. Cast iron skillet. Our Kelty bag with all our stuff in it. I already did a video about that. Yeah, this is all our kitchen setup. And my sister bought a grill, so we'll be doing some grilling tonight. We're really close to our neighbors, but I hung up this shower tent for us to wash hands. There's a hook right here. You could put a lantern there too, which we may or may not do. I don't know. But I like that we can use this to wash hands and wash dishes right here. Just taking a walk from my campsite. I didn't want to film somebody else's site, but this one right here is an empty one. And as you can see, I guess this is parking. Is this parking right here? This is 240. Is this parking? No fires, no pets, no glass containers. No, I didn't know no pets were allowed here. Well, I didn't bring a pet, but I didn't know that. They have some life jackets right there. No lifeguards, swim at your own risk. Oh, somebody already got their little stuff set up. They had it like that last time I was here. They kind of just set up their tent and just left it up the entire time for here. Ooh, it's warm out here. And sunny too. I'm glad I brought my little sun tent. Okay, so they have it marked off, like, which is nice. They're playing with the metal detector right now. So I think they have it marked off where you can pretty much just kind of like walk in that area. There's little seashells all the ground. That's cool. Somebody left their chair there. So pretty. They have little divots. Oh, somebody's already on their boat. That's to feed something. I guess maybe. And then I guess that's just like a shallow area. It rained a lot this week. But yeah, this is the beach area. I think there's several of them like this here. Each little plancia, I think they have their own. Is that the right word? Y'all don't come for me. No boats in the swim area. So I'm assuming this is considered the swim area here, and you're not allowed to have any boats here. Which makes sense. I wonder, is a paddleboard considered? I guess not. They do. Last night they had a sheriff driving around here. There was a crew of people. Thankfully, they weren't beside us, but they were loud well into like midnight. Like, loud. Not like I'm just talking to my neighbors. They were like yelling and screaming and doing all kinds of stuff. I was like, y'all. But that's not right because kids was up bright and early. So, unless they can sleep through the children, they're up too.
Everything that's red. All right, and when you get to the middle, I'll help you some more. Turn. Yep. Good job. Come on, back on.
Eric, take a picture for me with your phone. After I'm doing this.
Hey friends, you can't really see me, but this is in of like, I guess the first official full day because we got here last night at North Bend. But this favorite setup, like I mentioned earlier, the two cots. I'm gonna get in bed and read a little bit. We use packing cubes for everything. For clothes, we use packing cubes for clothes and towels and washcloths. That's just a T-Mobile bag that I use to take to the bathhouse, nighttime potty, some storage. Sitting in the chair, and behind me, right here, which you can see a little bit, is the hole for the stove. That's where the stove will go. Right here. It was a fun day. I'm extremely exhausted. Last night I felt like it was a little bit more cooler than it was tonight, but we were prepared for cold, so, which is totally cool. I have lots of mats, and I have yoga mats on the floor. I have rugs, and then I have moving blankets. And the rugs are really thick woven rug. So these are nice because I can show you. The floor is a lot more cushion. So like I said, these are pretty thick, and then the yoga mat, and then underneath that is a moving blanket, and this provides a lot of cushion for your feet as you're sitting. And my son likes to sit here and play sometimes in the evening. So this is a really nice setup. I like having the chair, my table over here, and I like having this floor space open because if he's in here, especially in the evening times or early mornings, it gives a good space to kind of just do whatever. But I'm really enjoying my time. We got to do the paddleboard for the first time. That was a lot of fun. A lot of fun. I haven't got to the point where I am standing up on the paddleboard, but we can sit and we can do it like a kayak. So that's all that matters, right? I forgot the pump. I have a electric pump that I figured, oh, you should be able to use it for the kayak too, because I've seen people use electric pumps for their kayak. Well, mine didn't work. Not for the kayak, for the paddleboard. Mine did not work. And I saw a family with paddleboards and kayaks and stuff. And I said, hey, I forgot to bring the pump for the paddleboard. Would it be okay if we use your pump so we can use our paddleboard? Because that's the only really water toy I bought for us to play with. Like, he did the metal detector while he was here. And then he has a bucket or a bin with I call camping toys, which I highly suggest if you're camping with kids, if you're a family with kids, is have a bin with just strictly camping toys. Like, he doesn't have access to this bin unless we're camping. So it's fun because for him, these are like new. These are new coloring books. This is a new kind of chalk. These are new stickers, whatever it is. And it just stays in that bin. Everything fits in the bin. Every now and then I'll go through and update it if I find like a bunch of stuff that's broken or he doesn't play with anymore or whatever it is. But it's so nice. So he was, he did that. So I was just like, the paddleboard's next, right? To be able to play in a paddleboard. I was so disappointed I didn't bring the pump. I was so disappointed that the electric pump didn't work that I had. It just wasn't strong enough, blowing up enough air, which I thought was weird. But I was so thankful that a family allowed us to use their pump to pump up our paddleboard. And we had such a good time in the water. I think we stayed in the water for at least an hour and a half, maybe 2. I wear a long sleeve rash guard, and he has rash guards on too, hats. So we were staying protected from the sun, and we had sunscreen on our legs and stuff. I'm not one to just wear like a little bathing suit. I like to have rash guards on to keep my skin protected, and hats and stuff. So it was really nice to be able to do that. And then we came back, got cleaned up. My parents came to visit, and they hung out with us here at the campsite. I think I mentioned my sister and her family's camping on the same site too as well. We had a quick little snack and lunch. We walked around and looked at different campsites. My friend is camping here too. So I visited with her and her family. My son played with her kids, which is good. Always good to have kids to play with. There's a park up here, so he played with my cousins at the park. And we had walkie-talkies for the kids so we could let them know, like, hey, breakfast is ready. Hey, lunch is ready. Hey, it's time to come back for whatever. So that was a great
thing to have for the children. And came back here. My sister got this portable charcoal smoker grill. So cool. I don't need it, but I want it. I'm not going to buy it because I don't cook on the grill like that. I just like to do quick propane stuff. However, it was really, really nice to be able to have asparagus. We have Mexican corn. She went and got these Texas Roadhouse biscuits. Honey, she put them on that grill. I mean, my skillet on top of the grill. It had such a smoky taste. And then she put the butter. Oh my God, it was so good. And then she made ribs on the smoker. And then she also made chicken too. Oh, I ate too much. Ate too much. And then the kids, we don't do s'mores. We roast Rice Krispie treats. So that's a tip right there too. Like if you don't want to deal with the chocolate, the crackers, and the marshmallows, just do a Rice Krispie treat. It's all in one. It's gooey. It's fun. And you know, so that's like our tradition. I saw that on no, my sister sent it to me on Pinterest or TikTok. I don't remember which one of those social media sites. And we do that now every camping trip. And the kids love that. We just did it right over the smoker because it was still so hot. And we just kind of sat around there like we was around the fire, girl. It was so funny. I did take my chair out and we all sat around in the chair in a circle. We played games. It was a lot of fun. And then by the time 8 o'clock rolled, you know, it was getting dark. So we started wrapping stuff up, cleaning up. Everybody's in their tent now, just chilling and having a good time. Look, I'm getting ready to lay down. And I'm going to go lay down and read my book. I have a little book light, so I'm going to turn these lights off. I got the fan going to kind of keep us cool. It's comfortable, but I like a little fan, you know, it's comfortable. Like a little fan. I'll probably turn it off a little later. There is this side of the campsite. I don't remember being so loud. So like the crew, there's a crew right beside us because we're like right, you know, we can see everything. There's a family beside us, 2 families in tents beside us. I don't know where they from or what language they speak, but it's not Spanish, it's not English. They got a group of friends down yonder. And they, oh my gosh, they were doing karaoke till like at least 1 o'clock in the morning. And I know because we were up late last night. And they were just doing karaoke, and the Lord didn't bless their vocals. So that was a sound to hear. And then I walked back there and they out there doing it again. I said, Lord, I said, okay. I mean, they got to speaking and everything. I said, you know, I get it during the day, but you know, 1 o'clock in the morning, 1 o'clock in the morning, friends, this is what we doing for real. That was interesting. But, you know, it comes with the territory when you camping at campgrounds, you know, it's not quiet at all whatsoever. It's just not quiet. But overall, it's good. It's been a good trip. We got another full day. Sunday, we'll be here all day. Monday, I don't know if we're going to go in the water on Monday or we're just going to have a little breakfast and pack it up and roll. Because I feel like that, I don't know. We'll see. We shall see. But I'm going to get on off here, and I just wanted to talk to y'all for a little bit because I haven't talked to y'all at all in a while. It seems like that. But we having a good time. I hope y'all having a good time. If you haven't been to North Bend Campground, I know my girl Gala Beauty comes out here a lot. Well, this is my second time here. I should come out here more often. I really should. This summer has been an incredibly busy summer where every weekend is something. And this weekend, he didn't have school Monday or Tuesday. I said, let's just stay. Let's just come out here and let's just stay. Let's just press pause. Let's press the reset button. I called my sister. I said, we camping. Are you in or out? And she's like, I'm in. And here we are. We had a good time. So I'm going to get off here and read my book.
Old people drink coffee.
What's wrong with you?
Ooh.
Something's so wrong.
As I drip, 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 drip.
Drip,
Fresh.
Drip, 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 drip. Whoa.
So I thought I'd give like another little tour of the campsite. This is 237 and Loop D at North Bend Park. Where I'm standing, my sister had her tent at, but she's gone. We are staying for about 3 days. Wait, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Oh, so it's 4 days. Almost 4 days. Because we got here really late Friday, so I don't really count that as a full day. But this is kind of our campsite. I'm really proud of myself because I didn't bring as much as I typically do, especially for being here this long. So very, very proud. It does help having the bathhouse right here in the park right there. And there's a water spigot right there. Very nice. So you see the paddleboard. We've been doing that a lot. Love that the paddleboard have a dry bag to go with it because I would not have thought to really buy that. But it's worked out wonderfully because I kept my car keys, a towel in here, and then my swim cap is in there too as well. And my phone has a waterproof case that I bought separately, and I put that in there so when I use it. And then of course we have a vest and swimwear. Oh, my water's boiling. We have our beach tent, which is a pop-up one, and back there is my paddleboard stuff. Picnic table, which has been covered with flies. Let's turn this off. This is just water. There's nothing in here, just water. This has been my kitchen setup the whole time. Give you a little tour. Cast iron skillet. I gotta clean that out. This is a pot of boiling hot water that will need to cool down a lot. This bag has been very helpful. It's meant to hang up, but I've been using it like this and really loving it. I love that this side comes with these tables. I can't remember if the other side had the tables to it. I love having a pop-up trash can with a zipper. I like that better than the hanging bag motion. This is starting to rip. One of my nephews, they had it switched to the side, so when he picked it up, it just kind of ripped. It was filled too much, but it's not a big deal because I'm gonna get another one that's a little more heavy duty and can handle more weight. But I really do like the setup, having the water hung up on the pole and then be able to wash dishes and hands. So I really appreciate my nephew's help for that. Got disposable that in the right location. I'm actually using these up that I have, and then I'm going to be getting a 5-pound tank because I'm no longer reusing these anymore. We actually use my sister's charcoal grill, and then of course my tent. You guys seen that? My son's in there playing right now, so I'm not going to film in there. But I had some pictures of how the tent looked on the inside. I was able to get it staked out a little bit better than last time because last time I did not have it completely staked out when I was here. You can still see the stakes are not all the way down on the ground, mainly because it's the ground is so hard. But I did get some in here with a metal hammer, so that's helpful. We love using packing cubes, but yeah, this is it. Is all I brought. I'm so proud of myself because normally I have so much more stuff, and I use the items that I bring. Don't get me wrong, I use almost everything I bring. I haven't really used the first aid kit that much, but that's something you always bring regardless. However, I just really love that I'm able to bring less things and still use it. There's still some stuff that I wish I had. Like I wish I had a separate kettle that I could cook with and pour and not have to constantly use that pot for water. I may look and get one of those collapsible kettles that can fit in there. Oh, I mentioned in my previous video that I was going to get a small skillet and a nesting pot. The reason why I end up not doing that is because I find that some of the nesting pots that at the stores, they were not as thick at the bottom to really support what I need to be done. Like this is it's from Family Dollar Store, and I have used this with not being careful at all, and it's worked so well. And I wanted a cast iron skillet that has more of a lip to it. So the one they had was a lot flatter, and I need a little more of a lip to it so I can do other things. So, but anyhow, I'm not going to talk too much. I just want to give you a little clip of my site. We came out to kind of play games on the beach. I wanted to show you this site. I thought it was really cool. You see this little pathway up here? There's a site right here. Look at that. So if you stay at this site, which number it is, that's interesting and nerve-wracking at the same time. But look at this. Look at this. You can just walk right up here. And stay at this site here. And there's your view. Ain't that something? At first I thought it was like this going down. I was like, okay, yeah, I'm done playing on the rocks. Well, I wasn't playing on the rocks, but like the idea of like climbing down from the rocks is a no for me. We came out here to just enjoy the view. We were playing games. I was like, why don't we just play games on the beach? And he said, but mommy, our games will get sandy. I said, well, we'll bring the tent out and we'll just do it in the tent. They do have life jackets, which is nice. Somebody had left their tent out. I don't think you're supposed to do that, but I guess if nobody complains about it. But I ain't mad at them. They anchored their little spot. And they got a big RV that they in, but this is us. We're going to play games and probably just paddleboard in this area. There's plenty of people on boats. It's nice out here. It's very, very quiet. We have oatmeal and coffee. I'm actually going to make some bacon too. I like to put hot chocolate in mine. It's a nice quiet morning out here. Well, I shouldn't say quiet because my mini me is keeping me entertained. But it's quiet enough because nobody else is out here. Just us. We got bacon going. And then we'll do some eggs. And we'll be done with breakfast. I got my oatmeal over here covered up. I've really gotten good at using this. I've been practicing at home. Because, it's different when you're out here camping. You got limited resources in a way. So you got to try to use it the best of your ability. It smells so good. So good. I don't know why I just didn't think about it, but yesterday I put that there and I was like, oh, that's such a great idea. It is meant to hold towels and paper towels. And I didn't think, oh, because I have it hung up. I don't have it hanging up. But it works laying flat for me. I am in the hunt for a new tent. Not there's anything wrong with this one. I still plan on keeping this tent. But I want to try to go camping more often. And when I bring this tent, I like to camp at least 3 to 4 days because I feel like it doesn't justify me having it out because it's so big
to just do an overnight camp. So I want to find a smaller tent that I can do overnight camping with. You can kind of see the water right there. My little water view. I want to have a bigger tent that I can do, not bigger tent, I'm sorry, a smaller tent so I can do overnight camping. And I'm actually looking at those inflatable 4-person tents that you can inflate up really quickly and not worry about any poles or anything. Because this one only has 2 poles. I don't want to have to do that. I don't want an instant tent. I'm a huge fan of canvas, so I don't know if I can go a nylon. And I've seen some canvas blow up tents, but they're like over $1,000, and I don't know if I can want to spend that kind of money on a tent. So we'll see. If you have any suggestions on an inflatable, like 4-person tent, something no bigger than that, leave in the comments below. Here is a bare bone look of the tent without all the extra stuff in there, so you can see what you can fit in. This is typically out. My son already took a stake out, so there's that. Like I said, this is 13 by 13 feet. You can get a chair, you can get a table in here. I've had a bigger table in here before. Just to give you an idea of what the space looks like without all the extra stuff in it. But we're gonna finish packing up so we can go.